I would ask someone who says that, why are you doing carnivore? And they would probably tell me because every other diet they tried has failed. And carnivore is the newest thing and it's supposed to work, right? Well, they're correct. Every other diet they did fail. That's why they're here. If keto would work, they'd still be keto. If the Mediterranean diet worked, they'd still be Mediterranean. If they were happy with the results and they were happy living that way, they would be there. They would not even look at carnivore. I wouldn't. If the standard American diet worked for me, I would not look at carnivore. I'd be like, oh, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I feel wonderful, I have excellent results, so why would I look at carnivore?
Work, work, go and earn my pay. Work, work, boots on and lace them up.
All right. Carnivore Soldier coming at you from Austin, Texas this morning. It's another early morning. I had some thoughts last night and they carried over to this morning. It was going through my head, so I just wanted to share them with you. As a chief warrant officer in the Army, I was a trusted advisor to the command. And that meant that whoever was in command, they would always ask me for advice because I'd been around a while and I'd done stuff and I understood it. And I had a kind of out-of-the-box viewpoint on a lot of things. So that was the value I brought to the table. And that's hopefully what I'm bringing to the table for you guys too. There's a lot of video content creators out there for YouTube that are going to tell you the same thing. And I'm just bringing it from a point of view that may be a little different. And it's a military point of view, a veteran point of view, a chief warrant officer point of view. So today we're going to talk about how not to fail and why people fail at the carnivore diet. And I want to start with saying that this is brought on by some comments I see in Facebook groups, including mine, just different groups and different forums. And the comment that really rubs me the wrong way that I see a lot is when I'll post like something I've done and a picture of the results, losing 46 pounds in 6 months and putting on muscle without even having an exercise program and reversing all my chronic issues. And when I post that, people say, wow, I'm glad that worked for you, but it doesn't work for me. I'm glad that worked for you, but it doesn't work for me. That's the thing I really hate seeing that because it's not true. As Dr. Tpis says, there's no case where there are, two members of the same species that have a different optimal diet on this planet. No case. There's nowhere ever. And if there is, please drop it in the comment below. I'd love to hear about it so I can tell Dr. Tpis because he challenges people too. There is an optimal diet, and that diet for humans is a carnivore diet. We are obligate carnivores. And people say, oh, we're omnivores. Well, no, we're not omnivores. Can we survive on plants and fruits? Yes. Is it optimal? No. I mean, if you look at a cat is clearly an obligate carnivore. Yet, when they can actually survive, and they do on kibble, which is 65% plant-based. Is that the optimal diet for that cat? No, I would say most cats are sick now. They're overweight. They have diseases of the West, as we call it, right? We used to call it. They don't call it anymore. The diseases of the West, they have blood sugar problems, they have weight problems, they have arthritis, they die young, they get cancer. These are the diseases of the West. That word, the diseases of the West, came from when the explorers came from Europe, the West, and they went to America or went to Africa or went to Australia. They found people that were extremely fit, extremely healthy, who were not eating the diet of the West. So they didn't have the diseases of the West. Now, if you look at the American Indians, they were super fit, they were not diseased. Now they're super diseased. Now they are dying of alcoholism. They're dying of diabetes, cancer, at rates that are even greater than the settlers who came over, or the ancestors of the settlers, us. And that's because they've been exposed to all these plant toxins. Plant toxins in the form of alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, opiates. Everything that addicts a human today pretty much is plant-based. No one's ever been addicted to steak and had to get a hit for a steak and couldn't go on and get headaches when they quit eating steaks. That's not the way it works. They're all plant-based addictions. So anyway, the point is, we are obligate carnivores. You can tell by our stomach pH. You can tell by our digestive tract. Compare our digestive tract to any other primate, because we are primates. We're not lions. You can't compare our digestive tract to a cat's digestive tract. You have to compare it to primates. The other primates their digestive tract is clearly a plant-based digestive tract, and ours is not. And our stomach pH is right there at scavenger, carrying scavenger. It's like 1.5 to 2.0, very acidic, meant for breaking down tissues and meats. And many organs in our body are meant and designed to handle breaking down and absorbing nutrients out of fat. Why would that be the case if we weren't meant to eat animal-based fats, right? So that's the thing. So when I see people say that doesn't work for you, that's one thing that bugs me. Another thing I see is when people come into this diet and the first thing they seem to do is they want to ask, what does everyone feel about X? Or can I eat Y on this diet? And just fill in the blank. It can be avocado, it can be olive oil, it can be whatever you want that's not animal based. And they put it out there and they're like, hey, or about cheat days. How does everyone feel about cheat days? What can I do to cheat? So, beyond what my friend David Charles, DC Learning to Live, talks about, that it's not really cheating, because cheating is, when you think about cheating, like you're trying to get to the end quicker or trying to get a better result faster as a cheat. This is actually a setback food. But the whole concept of cheating is, here's what I have a feeling about that. Why, I would ask someone who says that, why are you doing carnivore? And they would probably tell me because every other diet they tried has failed. And carnivore is the newest thing and it's supposed to work, right? Well, they're correct. Every other diet they did fail. That's why they're here. If keto would work, they'd still be keto. If the Mediterranean diet worked, they'd still be Mediterranean. If they were happy with the results and they were happy living that way, they would be there. They would not even look at carnivore. I wouldn't. If the standard American diet worked for me, I would not look at carnivore. I'd be like, oh, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I feel wonderful, I have excellent results, so why would I look at carnivore? So the reason they're actually doing a carnivore diet or starting it is because they're not happy with results they've had on every other diet they have tried, or every other way of eating they've tried. Now, what they're doing when they say, can I have a cheat? What do you feel about X, Y, or Z? Can I have A1 sauce? Can I have whatever, ketchup? Is mustard that bad? Here's the deal. It's an N equals 1 thing. Yes, everyone is different. But you are bringing failure patterns into a successful vehicle. Okay, this is a vehicle of success. And you're bringing these patterns in. And I don't understand why people, if you do the same thing over and over and expect different results, that's the definition of insanity, right? So if you're going to do the same thing, if you're going to start this, make it different. Don't bring in your failure patterns. Don't bring in your cheat days. Don't bring in the things you did in the past that led to you failing, right? This is a different vehicle. This is not the same as what you have done in the past. This is the first vehicle that delivers on your work if you put the work in. It really is. This is a game-changing vehicle. It is not the same as even a keto diet. A keto diet has pretty good results, but it's really easy to fall off because you're doing a lot of calculation. You're calculating all your carbs, you're tracking everything, and also you're slipping into the net carbs thing. You're adding fiber. You still have bowel issues because you're eating vegetables. Once you get on this, I can tell you right now, when I got on it, after 3 or 4 weeks, 2 things happened. One, I felt amazing because everything changed about my health. Everything. Mental health, physical health, gastrointestinal health, arthritis, allergies. It was amazing, the things that went away. It was unbelievable, really. It really was. And when I talk about it, people are like, oh, that can't be true. It is. It's true. But these are the things that happened. The other thing that happened was I got kind of pissed off because at 56 years old, I found the secret. But why didn't I know this when I was in my 20s? Why did I lose 36 years from 20 to 56 of not living a wonderful life, feeling amazing, not being in pain, not being depressed, not having the anxiety? Or how about this? Why wasn't I raised like this as a kid, where I would have been taller, faster, stronger, had better teeth, everything? I would have developed better. So this is the vehicle that actually works, and that's something that happens. So when people bring up like, hey, I have a problem, I really can't stick to this diet, I go to a party or I go to Christmas thing, holidays are here, there's no way I can make it. And they go in with this defeatist attitude. They know they're going to fail. Well, okay, let's put it in another context. If you and I were to get into agreement, and we open up an escrow account, and I put in $25,000 in that escrow account today, and I said for 31 days, you have to eat nothing but carnivore. At the end of that, you get that $25,000. Would you have a problem cheating? Would you have a problem going to a party? Would you have a problem going to Thanksgiving celebration and not cheating if that $25,000 was sitting there 31 days later? Answer is probably not. Answer is you could probably do it 100% and have no issues whatsoever. What's the difference? I mean, it's the same diet. It's the same temptation. What is the difference between a $25,000 sitting in an escrow account with an agreement with me, or you actually just doing carnivore for 31 days and feeling amazing and getting a life transformative change in your health? The difference is you don't believe in the process because you failed every time in the past. Every time in the past you have failed. And it's not really even you that failed. Those diets failed you. Now this is the first one, and because you failed in the past and you have a pattern of failing, you don't believe in it, right? This is the first vehicle that will deliver. This is the vehicle you need to put that $25,000 check in escrow in your mind and go forward on 31 days and do a month and see what happens when you go 100%, when you don't add cheats in. This is just, and yeah, if you want to drink coffee, fine, drink coffee, whatever. Down the road, you can remove some things like that. But when you talk about people failing on temptation, that temptation would not be there if there was something you actually believed in happening at the end. How many people do you have to see who change their body radically and change their health radically before you'll actually believe that? And then what's in the back of your mind is, okay, I believe that for Shaun White. I believe that for Larry Allhands, the chief. I believe it for him. I've seen it, right? You can see the pictures. You know we're healthy. You can see us live, but you don't believe it for yourself. And the reason you don't believe it for yourself is because you failed in the past. Put that past to rest. Set yourself up a $25,000 check in your mind in escrow and drive forward. And whenever you have those temptations, or then you stick to it and say, hey, listen, I'm going to get to that $25,000 check mentally. Just do it mentally. Make it a mental exercise. It's fine. I guarantee you'll have so much energy. You'll have so much confidence. You'll feel amazing for the first time in your life, probably. And when you do, then that may transfer into your career. It has for me. Your career may expand. You may make more money. Things that $25,000 may be a small portion of what you feel, plus just feeling amazing, right? I'm telling you, the quality of life changing from just surviving and just going along for the ride with life to being in the driver's seat and planning and driving forward with a plan. That's the difference, right? When you look at the difference going forward with the mindset, with the physicality, which confidence, I feel like more of a man because I can do things I did when I was younger. I don't care what age you are, you will gain so much on this way of eating that it will be an invaluable experience for you. So you have to do it to experience it, though. You have to set that $25,000 in your escrow account between you and yourself and make it to the end, and basically don't cheat. There's no planned cheats. There's no planned failure. We're going to go forward for 30 days, 31 days, and we're going to change our life. When we talk about carnivore diet being the optimal diet for a human being, a Homo sapien specifically, I believe that's 100% true. And when you talk about cheating, you're introducing deviation from that optimal diet. And as Dr. Chafee says, for every 1% you deviate from a pure or true carnivore diet, you can expect to lose 10% efficacy in the diet outcome. So if you're doing 95% carnivore, you're getting about 50% of the benefit. And we've seen this, and if you've done keto before, you get a lot of benefits from keto, a lot. You get the weight loss, but you may not get the IBS issues, the GERD issues. You may not, and probably won't, get your arthritis to go away, because there's a lot of other inflammation issues associated with eating a non-optimal diet. So at keto, you're probably not getting any of the carnivore benefits other than weight loss. And, your cravings will still be there because you're eating artificial sweeteners. You're still doing a lot of substitutions. You look for variety in your diet. So every 1% you deviate from this pure carnivore diet, expect to lose 10% efficacy. So if you're doing 98% carnivore, you're losing 20% of the efficacy of this diet. So you really need to nail it down and go full carnivore. Just try it. It's not going to hurt. You're a big person. You're a grown-up. You can suck it up and drive on for 31 days and see what happens. It will be amazing if you do. Trust me. And then after we change that, then we can assess, right? And I guarantee you, everyone I've talked to that's done 30 days successfully has gone on for another month and another month and another month and basically driven on and changed their whole life. So I would say that's a huge thing you need to look at. So that's why I was able to burn my ships as Cortez did and go 100% into this diet, because I basically made a contract with myself. I said, I'm going to do this, and either it's going to fail or it's not, but it's not going to be because I didn't put in maximum effort. And that's what's required, really. Just maximum effort for a short amount of time. You can do anything for 31 days. And if there's a $25,000 check waiting at the end, you would, right? Because you'd believe in that check. You'd believe in that escrow account because it's verified. Well, believe in it like it's a $25,000 check. Drive forward. Don't look for cheats. Don't look for shortcuts. Just suck it up and drive on for 31 days. It's not that hard, people. You can do it. And I know this was a hard talk, and some people will get mad at me. Hey, if you're mad, drop in comments below. If you think I'm wrong, drop in comments below. If this helped you and you think I'm right, drop comments below. Also, like and subscribe my channel. Please, I'm trying to reach out to veterans with this channel and first responders. And this is why I talk this way. It's not your typical soft pedal stuff. This is going to be the real deal. We call it the BLUF, or the bottom line up front, coming from the Army. This is the way it is. So I'm just going to tell you the way it is. And right now, I got to go feed my dog, Duke. He's crying over here. It's breakfast time. And I just want to say good morning. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope it helps a lot. Until later, stay strong and overcome. Carnivore Soldier, out.